Okay, so we're doing exercise 5A, and this is question 7, which reads, for each of the following, use one number line on which to represent the sets. And now we come to A. So the first set that they've given us is -2 to 5 with 2 square brackets. And that means I'm going to have 2 filled in circles. So I'm going to come to -2 and put in a filled in circle. I'm going to come to 5 and put a filled in circle. Then I'm going to get a line and connect them together. Then I'm going to come to my next set, which is 3 to 4, which again has 2 square brackets. So that means I'm going to have 2 filled in circles. So I'm going to have one here and one here and a line between them. Now, I imagine that if you're struggling to answer this question, it's going to be because what's here at the end. So this is telling me to find the intersection points between these two sets. Now, hopefully you can see here that the intersection point is actually just going to be 3 to 4, because 3 to 4 exists within -2 to 5. So I actually don't have to do anything more to this question, because I have in a sense already put in my intersection point by drawing 3 to 4. So I'm just going to leave it. Let's now come to B, which asks me to draw the set -2 to 5 with square brackets on each side. So I'm going to get my pen, come to -2 and put a closed circle. Then come to 5 and put a closed circle. Then get my line and put a line between them. Now, once again, we have something on the end which might confuse us at first. We're asked to draw in all real numbers excluding -2 to 5 square brackets. Now, we've drawn in -2 to 5. So now it's asking us to draw in all real numbers excluding these. Well, if it's excluding these, that means I'm not going to include -2, and then it's going to be everything to -infinity. And I'm not going to include 5, and it's going to be everything to infinity. And this is what your answer should look like. Next, we're asked to draw 3 to infinity with a square bracket on 3. So I'm going to come here, put in a closed circle because I have a square bracket. Put in a line. Next, I have to put in -infinity to 7 closed bracket or square bracket. Let me get my pen. So that's going to be at 7 with a filled in circle, and then going all the way to infinity, -infinity this time rather, -infinity. And then once again, we have something at the end which might confuse us, which is saying it wants me to find the intersection point of these two, the intersection point of these two. And hopefully you can see the intersection point is just going to be where they overlap. So it's going to be from 7 to 3. Get my there. So it's going to look like that. Perfect. Let's now move on to our last question, which is D. And it's asking me to draw -2 to 3 closed brackets or square brackets. So I'm going to get my pen, come to -2 and put in a filled in circle. Come to 3, put in a filled in circle. Then put in a line between them. Then I'm going to get my pen and draw this now. So this is asking me to draw all real numbers excluding -2 to 3. So I'm going to come to -2 and I'm going to say, well, I'm not going to include that. And then it's going to be everything to -infinity. So 2, I'm not going to include 3, and it's going to be everything to infinity. And that's how I'd answer this question. And that takes us through everything in question 7 for exercise 5A. I hope this was helpful if you got stuck on anything here.